So thank you for joining this meeting. My name is Adrian Pinter. I'm from Siemens Austria, and I'd like to talk about digitalization and industrial IoT platforms and what Siemens can offer for you, for sure. So a little bit of advertising is inside this presentation. What we all know is that a lot can happen in a year. So statistics show us that 90% of the data that we have stored right now has been created within the last 2 years. I admit this, that 50% of that might be YouTube videos, which is not very important for us in industry. But what is more interesting is that about 5.5 million, let's say, devices or things are connected each and every day. So that means that we have, can you hear me? Yeah. That means that we have each second about 60 devices that are connected to the internet. Okay, so what does that mean, especially for industry, for our customers? The communication between these devices and assets and so on is becoming more and more important. So we have connections between machines and assets. We have enterprise IT. We have the production itself, what we call OT, which was already mentioned in the presentation before. We have several real-time demands, cloud computing, cloud storage, remote services and so on, and this means that the requirements are increasing by means of bandwidth, of quality of services, by security purpose. So we have to have a look at this security, and what I would like to tell you is that what is changing. I mean, why is digitalization changing everything? I have a short example for a digital enterprise. I didn't know that the first speaker will talk about energy, so this I think is a good example for him. Let's say you have a wind park or turbines and the sensor detects some vibration. So what happens next is that this data is sent to the cloud. In our words, in Siemens words, it will be the MindSphere, which is an open IoT operating system. I'll come up to that later. And this data is analyzed by a specific application. Let's say it's a predictive maintenance application, and the result of this application or of this analyzation is that, for example, a mounting has to be fixed within the next 2 weeks, otherwise you will lose power or so on, and that there are spare parts needed. So what happens next is that the information is exchanged with the order processing, with maintenance planning, with all the ERP systems, SAP, what you ever have. And last but not least, you have to do a planned shutdown. So as already told in the first presentation, in energy it's very difficult. You cannot shut down systems